Lane 7, Lali from Indonesia. Lane 8, Albrecht from the United States of America. And then in lane 9, closest to the camera, we have Mar and Geraldo from Colombia. They are ready to go. The starter has them ready. Watch for Yanan Mar, Rika Opavsky in the middle of the field. Vanessa Todd, of course, two-time Olympian, or I think two-time. Anyway, she's certainly an Olympian, and she is out nice and early, wanting one of those top 3 positions. Pretty even start there, although in the middle of the field, I think it was the Chinese paddler Yanan Ma in lane 4 who seemed to get a pretty good start as they settle down now, and it looks like it is indeed. In lane number 5, Rika Opavsky from Hungary, who's also up there, and a good start for Vanessa Tot as well, as you would expect. So pretty even going right now. Top 3 to go through, so they'll be going pretty fast early on for this 500-metre race. Conditions are pretty good, and there is the pink boat of Rika Opavsky just starting to move through now with the Chinese paddler Ma alongside her. So it's Ma and Opavsky, and up on the top of the course in lane number 2, it is Smilovenko from Azerbaijan, who's also up there challenging for a top 3 position as we come down towards the halfway stage of this race. And it now looks like it is Opavsky from Hungary ahead of Ma, and maybe Smilovenko from Azerbaijan holding on to that important 3rd position.
And a very good start as well from Lali from Indonesia. She's in lane 7 going through that 250 in 4th position, but you certainly can't take it away from our front runner now. That's Opavsky from Hungary. She is really looking comfortable, maybe even starting to switch off Ross. She won't want to show all of her cards in this semi-final. We do have a final later on, and she's going to want to be peaking for that. So it's Opavsky from Hungary, followed by Ma from China. There, your top 2, top 3 go through to the final, which is later on today. The nice pink boat, I love a pink boat there. It's lane 5 and lane 4. Typically, our qualifiers will come from the center of the course, but it's a semi-final at a World Championship, so anything can happen. But it is Opavsky from Hungary. She looks like she's going to take the win. You could throw a blanket over 2nd place now. Lane 1, lane 2, and lane 4. So it's Opavsky, and then a photo finish. I think China from Czech. I think that's how we're going to call it. So Ma from Rahova, maybe Azerbaijan just missing out. Oh, I don't know. I'm not willing to call that, but you can't take away from our winner, the Hungarian Opavsky. She was a class above the rest, and I'm sure we'll take a lot of confidence moving through to the final later on.
Really surprising finish there from the Chinese paddler Ma. She really looked like she dropped anchor with about 50 metres to go, and she needs to be very careful because in lanes 1 and 2, Rahova and Smilovenko, look at that, they've come right over the top of her. I think she's held on. I think you're right, Elise. I think it is unfortunately Tatiana Smilovenko who is going to be the one who misses out, because Denisa Rahova, quite an experienced paddler there from Czechia in lane 1, just getting the timing absolutely correct, and I think has just edged out the unfortunate Smilovenko, who was very, very brave across there in lane 2, taking it out there, trying to keep up with Opavsky and Ma. Ma is the one, though. My goodness, if she repeats that in the final, then she is going to be absolutely left to dead, because you've got to paddle it all the way in a 500-metre race, and learning a little bit of a lesson there that she got a nasty, nasty fright at the finish. But we'll wait for confirmation. I think Elise called it spot on. I think Rahova did get 3rd and Smilovenko 4th, but there's not going to be much there between 2nd and 4th. But as you said, very strong performance from the Hungarian Rika Opavsky. They have a proud history in women's canoe. It's not a long history. Women's canoe, of course, only made its Olympic debut in Tokyo, but they have been a constant since its Olympic debut, and good to see Rika Opavsky putting down a good run here, and just reminding the 3 athletes who are already sitting there in the final that she will be a force to be reckoned with. So you can tell when they take a little while. They've got the official Planet Canoe magnifying glass out to double check and triple check that photo finish. I would have thought they could quite comfortably go off Elise Wood's call. I mean, she is one of the very best in the business, has an eagle eye on her, and if she calls it, you know, it's good enough for me.
I don't know about that, but yeah, that was a tight race. I'm going to back myself with those positions, and massive shout out as well. I mentioned it in the race, but our Indonesian friend Lali, she shot out of the gate. She was like a quarter of a boat length in front of the rest, just faded towards the end, but great to see that country up and mixing it with the best. We've seen a few of them around this weekend already, and I'm sure she'll be very happy with that result. But yeah, it must have been a tight photo finish, because normally these results come up pretty quickly, and they're keeping us on the edge of our seats, and they're also keeping the next race on the start line for a little bit longer. So a bit frustrating when you're the one up the other end of the course waiting for your race and not sure what's happening at the finish line. You're paddling around, you're kind of timing your warm up to perfection, and so when there's a little bit of a blowout like this for a couple of minutes, it can be a little bit rattling. You want to make sure you're keeping your body nice and warm, which here today, by the looks of those scenes, it's not hard to stay warm. So maybe today you want to stay a little bit cool. There we